Good evening and welcome to our Facebook Live this evening. My name is Jenny McCormack and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire in the UK. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are joining us live, then thank you so much. Do say hi, let me know that you're watching. And if you're watching on replay or catch up, whether that is on Facebook or on YouTube on my channel, if you have any queries or comments, or if you'd like to say something about or ask any questions about what we're creating, then don't hesitate to pop a comment in there, and I check those on a regular basis and I'll be able to get back to you. So it is Wednesday, no, it's Tuesday. That's the second time I've done that today. It's Tuesday, the 5th of April 2022, and we're continuing with our Easter theme for this week. So the cards that I created yesterday were this one here, Easter Blessings, and I've done that with the Daffodil Daydream stamp set, which is this one here. So just some straightforward stamping and using an oval mask for this one, and then on the other card I did, I actually used the oval shape, and that was in the 2-for-1 live section, if you saw that. Oh, just turn my volume down on here. Okay, so that was one, and then the other one I created was this one here with the cutout oval that we used there. I just stamped that in Early Espresso, and then I added some of that lovely bumblebee ribbon, a few of the dots, and I used this border stamp at the top and the bottom to finish the card. I stamped the daffodils just on the inside, and I also stamped those on the envelope, and I coloured the envelope after the live had finished. And I also created this one, which is actually going to be the basis for the card that we use today. So I'm going to talk about that one in a second. And these two were some ones that I did in preparation before Monday morning. So great cards. Hi Jeanette. Perfect for Easter, but also for spring, and just sort of any time really where you want to send something nice and bright and cheerful to cheer somebody up. Got to love daffodils. Okay, so I'm going to move those out of the way. I'm not going to put them on top of my ink pads though, because I should be looking everywhere for those later. So I'm going to use this as my basis for today, but I'm going to change out the daffodils. I'm going to be using a stamp set called Easter Friends, and as you can see, this has 3 main images. We have a rabbit, we have a little duckling, and we have a little chick. We have 4 sentiments, including a happy Easter, and then we have a little bit of grass. Now this is one of those really useful little stamps, this grass stamp here. Perfect for grounding something or tucking in on either side of a character. So this is called Easter Friends, and I'm using this for the first time. So that is in the January to June mini catalogue. So I'm using this same layout basically. So I have cut some of these die cuts in that shape. Normally they tend to be used like so, but I'm going to use it this way up, and what I'm going to do is stamp this cute little chick here, and I'm going to add an Easter message, I think, above. So I'm going to stamp the sentiment first. just to see that that's going to fit. Just going to move that out of the light. There's something very wonky about my camera stand. I'm not sure if that's a cat. I think it probably is a cat that's moved that at some point. Okay, so I'm just going to have a piece of grid paper here. So what I want to do is stamp, I've got Happy Easter and I've got My Friend, and My Friend is from this set and the Happy Easter is from Celebrating You. That's one of our sentiment sets. So I'm just going to have a go to see whether this is actually going to fit before I do anything else. So I thought before I stamp my little duckling, I'd make sure that everything else was going to fit. So I've got Happy Easter here. Now I don't know if I picked up the ink pad with more or less ink. Okay, average amount of ink, so I'm just going to make sure I've inked it up and take my glasses off so I can see what I'm doing. I hope you've had a good day, Jeanette. Okay, so I'm going to pop Happy Easter right at the top. I don't actually know if that's straight. Is it straight? It will be straight enough. So I hope you've had a good day. So this says My Friend, and this is quite a fine writing. Just want to see how straight I can get that without. Yep, that seems okay. Like so I've got Happy Easter, My Friend on there, and now I hope I've got enough space for my little duckling. Fingers crossed. So I'm just inking this up in Early Espresso, but you could use basic grey, you could use black. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Famous last words. Oh, holiday clothes shopping. Very nice. I hope you found something to your liking. So there I've got, let me see what you can see, my stamped little duckling with Happy Easter, My Friend. And like this one here, this is going to go onto a note card. I haven't decided which base I'm going to use here, like so, and I'm going to stamp over the background. So what I might stamp is Happy Easter, because I wouldn't really have the, I suppose I could have the ducklings just in the background. I might try that and see. So let's just put that to one side and let me just stamp these around, and if it doesn't work I'll turn it over and put some Easter sentiments instead. So let's have that one there. Now I know that is going to go off, so I'm just going to sort of position this around like so. It's a sweet little stamp that actually you could get away with not colouring in at all, I think. Just leave it as a line image. I'm actually going to colour mine in, but I've seen quite a few cards where they've just left it, where it's been sketched. Oh, not much you like. It's a shame. It's disappointing when you're in the mood for, you know, getting something, especially when it's ready for a holiday. Not fair. I hope you find something soon. I often find when you're not looking for something, you find it, and when you're desperate to find something, you can't. Okay, that's rather cute actually. It's better than I thought. Okay, so that's going to be my background with those cute little ducklings, I think. Although you can't, oh, you can see them just about in the background. Okay, so I'm going to colour this in using our blends pens, and I might also use a little bit of blue on my blending brush to give it a little bit of sky. And I could also add a little bit of green on the bottom, or I could add the green of the grass. Let's just do a little bit of colouring in. And I've got, let's see, light and dark Daffodil Delight to start with. Take my glasses off so I can see. Oh, hi Joanne, thanks for joining us again. 2 days in a row, that's really nice, thank you. So I'm recreating this one, but with the duckling instead of the daffodils, just for a change. So I'm going to use dark Daffodil Delight, really just where this shading is. And as I say, you could, I really think you could leave this uncoloured if you wanted to. So this is literally like a sort of pencil drawing. So I'm just following that shading like so from the artist. Like that. So we've got his bill and his feet, or her feet. Like so. So that's dark Daffodil Delight, and then I'm going to use the light, if I've got enough in here. So circular motion just to spread this out, but to be honest, with a small area it's not as critical because the shading has already been done in the stamp itself. And obviously ducklings can be all sorts of colours, can't they? Can be grey and they can be white and what have you. Like so. Just going to see if I've got a better daffodil. Yes, it's got more ink in it. Very cute. So I've got Happy Easter, my friend. And I could actually do a little bow, like he's wearing a bow tie. Because I've got the bow in here. I don't really want to cut my duckling in half with the bow. So Daffodil Delight, but you could use Mango Melody, you could use any of your yellows, Bumblebee if you've got it, you could use watercolour pencils, Stampin' Up markers and a blender pen, any sort of combination really. Okay. So there we have that. Now I'm just going to have a look and see whether I actually prefer the yellow. This is quite cute actually on its own. I might make that into a card just with a little Happy Easter on it, because I think that's really cute as it is. So I think maybe this is better on Daffodil Delight card. Hello Brenda, thanks for joining us this evening. So I think this one I'm just going to put a little Happy Easter because I think that's cute in its own right. So the question is, what shall I put in the background of here? Shall I put some more ducklings? I think I will. Let's have a look and see. What I might do is, this is going to go here. I was going to do a combination of Easter. Right. I'm going to stamp Easter on one side and the chicks on the other. And then I'll decide which one I like the best. Not very straight. Okay, so that says Happy Easter all over. And remember, this is going to go onto a white card. Hello Tracy. So that's one option. Or, and if I think about this a bit more carefully, I could just put the chicks around the edge like so. Because obviously the middle is going to be obscured anyway. So, do you think this with the chicks in the background, like so, or with Happy Easter in the background, like so? I'm veering towards the chicks only because my Happy Easters aren't straight. So let me see. Let me just grab the card, and I'm just going to stamp a chick on the inside and one on the envelope while we're deliberating on that. My bone folder, which is here. Chicks. Oh, good. Thank you, Brenda. I think if I'd stamped my Happy Easter a bit straighter, that might have been a better idea. Okay, so that's the inside of my card. So I'm going to pop my chick in there. Duckling rather, sorry, it's the other ones that are chicks. Let's have him just going off the edge like so. So these will be at Coffee and Card. So if you come to Coffee and Card on Friday or Monday, you'll be able to choose from using the animals or using the daffodils or doing one of each or a combination. Okay, that's the inside of my card. Let us stamp that cute little duckling on the envelope. So although I've done this obviously as an Easter card, I think this makes a great baby card, new baby, spring card, a card for somebody who likes ducks and chickens and things like that. There we go. So cute with all the shading. Even without the colouring, but the colouring was really easy, as you could see. And we do have some spring sentiments in there. So we've got sending warm and happy wishes this spring, and then we've got may your days blossom with joy and happiness. Then we've got my friend that I've used, and happy Easter, a bigger happy Easter. Okay, so this one I'm going to pop onto here. So I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals and then just do this one flat. So twice I thought it was Wednesday today, so I do apologise. I started my team Facebook Live saying it was Wednesday, and this evening's Facebook Live saying it was Wednesday. I'm glad it isn't, because I've got plenty to do this week. I don't need to lose a day, that's for sure. Okay, and then this one is going to go onto there. Let me grab some dimensionals. I must have so many packets of dimensionals open, and yet when I come to do my live, I can never find an open packet. Is that one of those? It's just one of those things. Okay, so this cute little duckling is going up in the world on dimensionals, like so. I've got a little miscut on my die cut. Obviously moved it when I cut it. That'll be fine. There we go. So there is my finished card with him inside, and this one here. And I think I'm just going to put a little happy Easter on that one as it is. Just going to grab a strip of white card, of which I have many. And I can use the happy Easter then from this set, this one here. Couldn't use it on my other one because it was too big. It was too too long for my piece there. So what was going to be my background is now going to be my focal point. I could stamp and cut out a bird and pop it on top, but the way that I've stamped it doesn't actually make that ideal to do, because I haven't got a complete duckling in there. unless I just did it separate. Okay, so that says Happy Easter, like so. And just going to cut that. Oh, there's my scissors. What I'm going to do is cut that straight there, and then just a little banner on this side. One, two. Like so. I think what I'm going to do is make that slightly smaller and take a little bit off here, so I've got less less coverage. I've got to remember where I put it now. Be there. So we've got this one here. That sort of works, doesn't it? So I'm going to trim that with my trimmer, because I know I didn't get that very straight. Like so. So this was going to be my backing. So this is now going to make another card. So I'm going to pop that on there. Am I going to pop it up on dimensionals? Yes, I am. Okay. So, where did I put them? How does that actually happen? I've got the packet I've just opened and not the sheet I've just used. Is that actually possible? Yes, apparently it is. Hold on. Oh, found them. They slipped on the floor. I hope that's not, I'm not the only one that happens to. 3. Thanks, Jeanette. Okay, and I'm thinking could put a little bit of ribbon or something behind. I've got the tiniest amount of this ribbon, literally that much left. It's a bit too in keeping. Let's have a look at my favourite bumblebee gingham. That would be quite sweet, so I'm going to use some of that. And that's retiring, and that's all I've got left of that one. Let's hope there's still some in stock when I put my next order in. So I'm thinking just sort of that effect, like so. So I'm going to use a glue dot for this. I'll take your pick tool here. I'm going to pick one up. Okay, just put that that down partly, and then use another one for that, like so. There we go. I've covered him up a little bit now, haven't I? I don't want him covered up that much. I can cut that little bit off. What seemed like a really good idea at the time, let's make that smaller. It's better. Okay, make sure that's stuck down. That's going to go on top, and then just going to trim that off a little bit. And what's going to happen, I'm going to end up with nothing of this left. I wasn't joking, was I? Oh dear. Perhaps I'll just do well, there you go. Best laid plans. I'm sticking with that. Sorry, everybody. I've got some gold thread. I could put that through, or even some white baker's twine, or some light baker's twine, but as it is, I'm going to leave it before I make any more of a mess. So let's grab a card and an envelope. So as I say, you don't have to make this an Easter card if you know you don't want to send Easter cards. I know not everybody sends Easter cards. Just send it as a spring card or a thinking of you card, a get well, a new baby, especially if you stamp that in grey on pink and did that as a new baby card. That would be really cute. Let me show you that one there, like so, without that bit of ribbon. Hey ho. And that's it. So another straightforward set of cards. I will be back tomorrow, that's Wednesday morning, doing a little bit more with this set and with the daffodils, I'm thinking of the bunny rabbit, the bunny masked in front of the line of daffodils. That's my plan. We'll see whether that works. Okay, so let's take this one out. That was my themed idea. So I've taken that, replaced the daffodils with that cute little duckling. Let's bring that up to the screen a bit better, like so. Happy Easter, my friend. And then I've just got this one here that says Happy Easter. I could add a little bit of bling to those, and one set of bling that is retiring that I recommend you get if you haven't got it already, and assuming it hasn't sold out today, and that is the holiday rhinestones, which consists of a series of different colours. These originally came out in a Christmas catalogue, and this had red, green, blue and a sort of gold, and that gold is perfect for here. So I'm going to use 3 of these. 1, 2 and 3, like that on my Easter one. I appreciate you can't really see that in the light. And then on this one, I'm going to use these up because I've got 3 here, so I'm going to use 1 large, 2 small, 1 there and 1 there, like so. So there we go, 2 sweet little Easter cards, one as a result of stamping that and then changing my mind. So I hope you like them. The stamp set is called Easter Friends. It's £22 and it is in the January to June catalogue, so that is still currently all available. I will finish by colouring in that cute little duckling on my envelope and stamping another one on my second envelope as well. So thanks for joining me today. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate the hearts and the thumbs up. Thank you. And I will be back tomorrow, so I'm going to be stepping these up a little bit. Let's get rid of all these bits and pieces. And doing a little bit of masking. So I look forward to crafting with you again really soon. I hope you can join me tomorrow. And if you can, I look forward to saying hi. Thank you so much. Have a good evening, morning, afternoon, depending on what time you're watching. And thanks so much for joining me today. Take care and bye for now.